Hello, group number one. This reading is going to be What Makes You Memorable in honor of it being Memorial Day weekend. And here in the United States, we have an extra day off of work to honor those who have been lost in battle or veterans. So let's get into it. Also, you're supposed to plant everything during Memorial Day weekend. So I'll be doing some planting. I got some vegetables going outside. Let me know what you guys are planting. If you guys had any plans, let me know what you did. All right. So let's get into it. Group number one, what makes you memorable? I'm just trying to switch these cards up to get a good shuffle. Okay. All right. Group number one. Your card was hiding. Hiding in the reverse. So, not always a bad thing if a card is in reverse. Okay. That's just saying, depends on the energy that's coming off of it. Just because it's in reverse doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Let's get into it. Group number one. See, forgiveness in the upright. All right, come on. What makes you memorable, group number one? We have joy in the upright. Okay. Protected in the reverse. Balance in the upright. All right. I'm finally opening like all the windows in my house, getting a lot of sunlight in, and I'm loving it. I feel like, this time of the year, people are in a better mood. I love the smell of barbecue and everything, and everybody's barbecuing. I've already had a fire. I had a fire the other night, so let me know what you guys are doing to celebrate this warm weather. Embrace in the reverse. Passion in the reverse. Business in the reverse. All right. What's going on here, group one? Oop. That one fell. That was challenge in the reverse. So I'm going to leave that blank right there. Okay. We have free in the upright. Meditate. The reason I'm not getting that, guys, is because I am up on a bar stool table, height table, and that is all the way down there on the floor. So, not to interrupt your reading, we're just going to keep pressing on, okay? I got two here, shadow work in the upright and compassion in the upright. So what makes you memorable? And normally I do the bottom of the deck, but that told me to shuffle. So courage in the reverse. Let's get into this. Okay, what makes you memorable? Group number one. We have the hiding here in reverse. So I feel like what makes you memorable overall for the reading is going to be, I feel like before you might have been a person who kind of dimmed yourself, maybe dimmed your light, dimmed the abilities, or just didn't really, showcase the things that you were good at. Okay, and with that being in the reverse, I feel like this is you kind of coming out of your bubble here, right? You're starting to speak up more, maybe, announce your ideas instead of, letting other people take credit for the things that you said or suggested. Okay, so I feel like overall for the reading, this is you kind of, coming into yourself. Okay, that's what makes you memorable. Group number one. So let's see here: forgiveness, joy, protected in the reverse, and balance. Okay, so what makes you memorable? I feel with the forgiveness card is I feel like you're able to forgive people, for the things that they do. It may take you some time, okay, and that's completely okay because you can kind of see the face here. And I feel like if you forgive people too quickly, they're just more likely to do whatever they did again. So um, but I do feel like you're a person that gives second chances, okay? And maybe even after you hear somebody's background, depending on what they're doing with their life currently, you're a person who is able to forgive maybe what they've done in the past. I don't feel like you forget, but I do definitely feel like you allow people to have a second chance at being a better person than who they were. Okay. And that's what makes you memorable. With joy here, I feel like you're just an overall joyful person. Okay. You're probably somebody who dances randomly, right? As you can see her dancing in the card. I dance randomly. I usually dance while I'm cooking. I don't know why, but, just dancing while I'm cooking, I don't know, just makes the food better. Okay. So you're definitely somebody who I'm oversharing, right? You're definitely somebody who brings joy to people. You bring joy to people in whatever way that is. Maybe you dance funny around people, or maybe you're just fully yourself around people. You're not afraid to be yourself, and that's what people love, and that brings joy to them. With the protected card in the reverse, though, I feel like. Even though you can be this forgiving and a joyful person and everything, you still let people know that the morals that you hold true, right? um how to explain this? You don't judge people or anything for what they have done, but you still have your own morals. So you let them know that, hey, if you still do wrong around me, I'm not going to protect you. I'm not going to lie for you. I'm not going to do any of those things. And that's kind of what I feel with this protected card in the reverse is you're completely fine with people, but once people start doing, things that you don't necessarily agree with, you kind of make your exit. You're like, hey, I'm out of here. I have to. If you look at this card in the upright, he's got the gun, kind of big eyes, like you catch people doing or being who they are, right? And you got to protect yourself. Okay, so with that in the reverse, I just feel like people know, if they do something wrong around you, they are not protected. Like you're not going to lie for them. With the balance card, people feel this about you. Okay, you are a balanced individual. I feel like people have noticed maybe that you've had your own hardships in the past, right? But overall, you've come out of it a balanced individual. Like it has made you the person who you are. You found balance in that chaos, but also in that joy of life. Okay, with the embrace card in the reverse here. Okay. Again, this is kind of the energy I was talking about with the overall hiding. I feel like, um, you know, people could also feel like you're not embracing maybe something about yourself. Okay. And that could be for any type of things. Maybe you're good at drawing, right? Maybe you're good at a lot of things. People just feel like maybe you could be doing more with those things that you are good at. Okay. What makes it memorable is I feel like people remember how unique you are. If you look at this card in the upright, okay, she's sliced in half because she was in some type of magic show, right? So, with it in reverse, I feel like you're very unique and you have a lot of gifts and talents, but a lot of people feel like you don't necessarily embrace those things. Like maybe people tell you all the time that you should have your own TV show or you're very charismatic, you should do this and do that. So, I feel like what makes you memorable is people remember all these great traits you have, but they just feel like you're maybe not embracing them. Okay. Or just seeing or doing what they feel you should be doing in life. Okay. With the passion card in reverse, I feel like you are not a person that's easily obtained. Okay. It could be maybe just you have high standards. There's nothing wrong with that. Hold yourself to those high standards and, maybe somebody will match them. Um, However, I just feel like you aren't a person that kind of loses yourself in relationships or having passion with people. So I feel like you only are passionate, we'll say that, with people who return that type of energy. Okay, so there might be people that you're interested in, that you've kind of announce that you're interested in, and they try to get you to do things for them even though you're not in a relationship, and you can kind of tell they don't really have any intentions to make it go that way. I feel like you are able to reciprocate that kind of energy where you're like, hey, I like you, but no, like I'm not I'm not doing that, you know what I mean? Like, if you want that, then we have to be in a more serious kind of thing. Like, I don't give away free parts of me to somebody who has no commitment towards me. So I feel like people, what makes you memorable is you can kind of cut that cord to people. And I mean, that was just an example for relationships. This could also be platonic relationships as well. As if you have friends who are always demanding of you but never reciprocal. You're able to kind of cut that off and be like, look, if you're not showing me this type of energy, you're not going to get it back. With the business in the reverse card, again, I feel like this goes off the embrace card. Okay. However, I do feel like this is you as a person who is not afraid to start a business. Okay. And business could be anything. Like, business could be even just a side project, right? It doesn't even have to be something that you're selling. Okay. It could just be like, hey, I want to remodel the bathroom, and you remodel the whole bathroom yourself. I did it. It took me 8 months, but I did it. Right. So I feel like you're a person, who doesn't, with business in the upright, I feel like you're running a successful business. With it in reverse, I'm getting the feeling that, you're a person who, yeah, maybe you're good at a lot of things that you kind of dip your toes in again, but you're not necessarily doing them for profit, right? So but I also feel like you're a person who is not afraid to also go towards a business. Like, if a business is something that you want, you'll go towards it. You don't have any, kind of fears or things holding you back. And because this card, remember, is the challenge card in reverse. So I feel like you're not a person that allows, challenges to stand in your way. And that could be in the form of businesses as well. So, if you are running a successful business, right, it's because you don't allow challenges to stand in your way. And that's what makes you memorable, is people know that you will do what you need to get past whatever that obstacle is, so you could have such a successful business, if that is a business or a relationship or whatever it is that you are involved with. Okay. With the free card here in the upright, people definitely see you again as that kind of free spirited person, right? Because we had that joy card over here. Okay. And with the free card, he's breaking out. He's busting free. I feel like you don't let things chain you or hold you down, and that's what makes you memorable. You're able to just be free. You're able to be who you are. Be whatever it is you want to be. Okay. With the meditate card, people definitely remember you as. I've been using this card. It got a little chip there, but the meditate card in the upright, people feel like you're a kind of zen person, right? If you look at the eyes, maybe even smoke a little, puff the white dragon a little bit, right? He looks a little faded out there, but people definitely see you as somebody who likes to take those kind of uh, moments to kind of relax, maybe call your energy back, maybe calm down, just be an overall kind of chill person. I feel like that's what makes you memorable, is people kind of see you as somebody who really stays to themselves, knows themselves, because they, look inside themselves to figure things out and look for the answers on how to move forward. Okay. So people feel like you're definitely a person who, and you could be a daydreamer as well. You could be a person who has a great imagination. Okay. And that's because you look within. And I feel like when you look within, if you do have a great imagination, you're very creative. Okay. I feel like that's where it comes from you looking within. And that could be looking within to your inner child, right? Shadow work. People see you as somebody who has done the work. Okay. You've noticed the things that are your triggers. Okay. and you've worked on those. I'm not saying you're fully healed, but people have noted, what's memorable is maybe you've told your story to people, and your story doesn't align or match with the person that you are today. Like if people knew a new person was to meet you today, they would not think that you had been through all of these things in your life, right? Like maybe even you tell people things that you grew up, how you grew up, right? How people treated you when you grew up, okay, or just how you were treated overall when you grew up, how your family treats you, how relatives treat you, okay, the traumas that have happened in your life, you've worked through those. And when what makes you memorable is people can tell based off conversation with you, okay. And here we have that compassion card, which goes with that forgiveness card of the first card that we pulled out here. Is again, you're a compassionate person. I feel like you listen to people. And if we get in there, see that red phone, I always say that. Like people come to you when they have emergencies. Okay. You're the person they come to. They come to you, and emergencies could be anything, right? Maybe they just need someone to vent to. Maybe they just need, someone that will listen to them. Okay. I feel like you're the person. I feel like people open up to you about, deep, dark secrets, right? Or maybe just things that they keep on the low that they don't tell even their closest friends, but they tell you, okay? Or it could be that you just meet random people, and they just kind of tell you kind of what's going on in their life, and you're like, who are you, why are you telling me this? But I feel and take this how it resonates for you. When those kind of things happen in life, when people just kind of tell you what their problems are, okay, without you having to ask, it happens to me all the time. And for the longest I never understood it, but I feel honestly now, looking within, I feel like those are people that need your help. If you're a light worker, okay, or if you're a healer, right, they need your advice. So give them the advice that you would give a close friend, okay. It is just coincidence that they came to you, and it could have been they could have been led to you to ask you that question or come out about that secret that they have, okay. Their inner guidance could have told them this is a safe person to trust. This is a safe person to tell your problems to, and they're going to give you that healing advice. It's the only thing I can come up with, right? By looking in myself as to why these people come to me with their issues, okay? With the courage in reverse, okay? Again, I feel like this is based on what I was saying earlier. You're a person, okay, who maybe might express that you don't know how things are going to work, or maybe you just lack a little bit of um, self love, right? And knowing or feeling that you can achieve certain things. But I feel like in the end, though, you do achieve those things. Okay, so this is just saying. More so, people remember you as saying like, "Oh, he always said like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do that," and then he just does it, like it just happens, right? And take it how it resonates. He, she, all the pronouns that are out there. I don't keep up with it. I apologize. And regardless, though, if we get on the bottom here, we got attractive. Okay, that's you, baby. Oh yeah, you spicy, attractive. Okay, and we're just gonna pull some off. Look, reflection. That's you, right? That goes with the shadow work card. Okay, you're able to reflect on things that you've done, things that other people done, and you grow from it. And here's that advice card. Okay, here's that advice card that I was saying. You give people the advice that they need. Okay. Maybe it's not the advice that they want, but you give them the advice that they need, and it could be based off of your morals. Okay. Let's grab you some advice cards. And again, advice cards are just messages from Spirit, God, Universe, whatever it is you believe in. Okay. I'm going to get that on a shirt for you guys. Spirit, God, Universe, whatever it is you believe in. And that's really just a saying for me to say, I love each and every one of you, regardless of what your culture, religion is. As long as you show me respect and love, I will do the same. All right. Let's see. Boundaries here. Okay, so Spirit Guide Universe is saying you just need to work on those boundaries a little bit. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Take it as positive criticism. Okay, they're not scolding you, just saying, hey, work on those boundaries a little bit. You could be letting people around you or maybe loved ones take advantage because they are blood relatives. Okay, we tend to do that as humans, some of us at least, right? They're just saying work on those boundaries. You could have long friends that you've been friends with for a long time, and you kind of allow them to slide and maybe disrespect you, or not you don't hold them to the same boundaries that you hold everyone else to. This is just Spirit Guide Universe saying you should do that. Okay, no whining. In the reverse, they're proud of you. Okay, Spirit Guide Universe, they're saying they're proud of you for not whining. Okay, look, we all go through things in life, right? And look at where you are right now. I always say look at where you are right now. Remember a year ago, maybe something that you went through, right? And maybe it was tough and it was hard and you didn't know how you were going to get through it. But you're here today watching this video, right? No whining. Your spirit guide, universe, whatever it is you believe in, is just saying they're proud of you, right? You made it. Keep going. Usually spirit and light workers have it the hardest, okay? One tubby. How he says it in the movie. Look, Spirit Guide Universe is saying they're proud of you too if you are taking better care of yourself, right? I'm saying this as far as getting in better shape, right? Maybe it's working out, maybe it's doing just 10 push-ups a night. It doesn't matter how many of them you do as long as you're doing them, okay? Long as you get started, long as you get in that mentality of working out or eating better, whatever it is, Spirit Guide Universe is just saying they're proud of you for taking those steps to maybe get your health in better, get your health on track, or get your physical appearance in a better state. Okay, dream bigger. This is what they're saying. You need to dream bigger than what you're dreaming right now. Okay. Sometimes as light workers we feel bogged down, but that's not our energy. Okay, so they're telling you to dream bigger. A lot of people around you can see, okay, that you are a light worker. Excuse me, I don't know where all these burps are coming from. Okay, that you are a light worker, that you are a healer, that you are a bringer of hope and love, right? And they want to kind of bring you down on their level because a lot of them don't know how to keep that positive energy, keep it going. Okay, you're protected. Bottom of the deck. Okay, Spirit Guide Universe is just saying dream bigger than what you're dreaming because you deserve it. Okay, and you can achieve it. Okay, but you got to put in the work. And they're saying that you're protected along the way. Okay, they're here for the ride, right? And they're not going to let anything happen to you. Okay, and again, here he is. He's treating himself. Okay, so treat yourself this Memorial Day weekend, right? Treat yourself to something. Get a burger, get a brat, eat a Rice Krispie cake, whatever it is, treat yourself, enjoy yourself. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you for tuning in to Hollywood Oracle. Again, I'm Antonio. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, give me some comments down below what you guys are doing, what you're planting, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. All right, all right. Group number 2. Welcome back to Hollywood Oracle. If you've been here before, if you haven't, thank you for coming. All right. Today we're doing what makes you memorable, okay, to honor those who have fallen, right, or our veterans here, as it is Memorial Day weekend if you're not from the United States. Okay, so your card was meditate in the upright. So, what makes you memorable? All right, let's get into it. So you're also supposed to start planting things during Memorial Day weekend. Let me know what you guys are putting in the ground. I got some vegetables going in. Okay. Patience in the upright. Okay. Oh, look at that light go on too. So what I was thinking was correct. I was going to say you are not, what makes you memorable is you are not remembered for your patience. So, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Maybe it is you just like to go towards things quickly. You don't like to wait for things. We have new doors here in the upright. And that light went on because I unscrewed it to try and get some of this glare off the cards, but lost in the upright. As you can see, it needed to be on. Wisdom in the upright. All right. Good reading so far. Joy in the upright. Admirer in the upright. Ooh. Fun in the upright. Come on. Marriage in the reverse. And I just love this card. I really do. Growth in the reverse. Grace in the reverse. Silence in the upright. Silence. And strength in the upright. Bottom of the deck, we have twin flame in reverse. All right, let me just kind of straighten these out. All right. Let me know if you had any people in the service, military service, regardless of what country you're from or where you're from. Let me know if you got anybody serving your great land down in the comments below. Tell them I salute them. I appreciate their efforts in keeping you guys safe. Every time I meet a veteran, I shake their hand and or active service member, and I tell them thank you, for their sacrifice, because it's a sacrifice. Okay, they're the reason I'm here doing these readings for you. So, without further ado, let's see group number 2. Meditate. Okay, you're a person who's known for deep thinking. That's what I'm getting off this meditate card. Okay, you can kind of dig deeper into who you are or what it is that you want to do. I feel like you're a person that definitely knows yourself based on the time that you spend alone with yourself. Okay, so take how that resonates for you. With the patience card in the reverse, you're definitely not a person known for your patience. That's what I picked up, and that's when that light went on. Okay, so people remember you as someone who's not known for having patience, and there's nothing wrong with that. That could be in patience in a lot of things. Maybe it's patience in the things that you want. You're an impulsive buyer. Okay, take it how you want. Maybe it's just patience in the amount of waiting for something to happen. Okay, new doors in the upright. People know you as creating these new doors. Okay, because this door comes out of nowhere. If you've seen the movie, they make the drawing, boom, door comes out, right? So, what people remember you as is always having new doors for yourself to walk through. And you could have been a person who've created these new doors for you to walk through, or it's just a simple fact that these new doors are always popping up into your life. Maybe you're a person who doesn't, apply for anything, but somebody wants to hire you for a job or something, right? You just have these new doors in your life or these new opportunities that keep coming to you. And that's what makes you memorable, or at least what people remember about you. Okay, with the lost in the upright, I feel like you're a person who intentionally got lost, and take how that resonates, right? It could be just getting lost in the store, or maybe you're just a person who explores new lands, okay? Because he don't know where he is, right? But that doesn't mean he's lost. He put himself there, right? So maybe you're a person who travels to new lands, okay? You're a person who gets lost intentionally so that you can explore new things. Okay, and that doesn't also always apply to, movement. That could be maybe you just get lost in a good book, or maybe you just get lost in a good movie or something, right? But you're definitely a person who can, I feel like, um, doesn't stay within the confines of what people know them or believe you to be. Okay. So, like, most people say, like, oh, um, that person's a homebody. And then they see you, if this is a work situation, they see you after the weekend and you're like, oh, I went here and I did this. And then I went over there on this day and I did this, and people, so I feel like people are like, oh, okay, you leave them kind of lost, right? Like, oh, they never expected you to do these things. Wisdom card in the upright. You're known for your wisdom. See the old man sitting in the chair. Um, you're a person, and you could just be an old soul. So take how that resonates, right? But you're definitely a person who has answers, right? Or maybe at least the things that you say or the advice and guidance that you give people usually ends up working out for them. Okay. So what people remember you as is having the wisdom. Maybe you read a lot of books. Maybe you look into a lot of things. I myself, if something sparks my interest, I do kind of get lost in a rabbit hole of learning just about everything there is to know about it. Right. So maybe you're like that as well. Take how that resonates for you. With the joy card in the upright, people remember you for being joyful. Okay, you could break out into random dances like she's doing here, right? Again, but she's floating as well. But people remember you as being a joyful person. You definitely don't let life get down to you. I feel like even though if you do let life get you down, you're still a joyful person. You can still have fun regardless of the situations that are going on in your life, right? They may not be the situations that you want to be in, but you don't let that stop you from enjoying your life. With the admirer card here in the upright, people remember you for having a lot of admirers, or at least a lot of people that might have looked up to you. Okay, so and I feel like it might even been that type of admiration where they liked you in that kind of sexual manner because of how they admired the person that you are. Okay, with the fun card in the upright. Again, this goes off the joy card. You're a person that knows how to have fun. He's wearing that kind of silly hat that looks like the carousel. His arms unroll into like these big, hammers to like hit those carnival things that go ding, right? Test your might, test your strength, right? You're a person that knows how to have fun, how to cut loose, and that's what people remember about you. You're not always so serious or strict. You know how to cut loose. With the marriage card in the reverse, okay, I feel like this is more so saying not, it could be based off of relationships, but I'm not necessarily getting that. What I'm getting from this with it being in reverse is I feel like you're a person who doesn't get married to ideas or at least outcomes, right? You could have a certain outcome, okay, and then maybe you pivot halfway through. Okay, or maybe you start a new job or something and you end up not liking it, and a lot of people, what will happen is they're like, oh, I'll just stay here, or maybe their job is turning into something that they don't enjoy, and they stay at that place regardless. I feel like you're not married to any certain career or activity or type of thing. You're a person who will cut that and move on. Okay, with the growth card in reverse, okay, what I feel like is people will kind of remember you as and I don't take this as you not growing as a person. I feel like this is more so people, um what you're memorable for is people who knew you feel like even though time has passed, you have not changed as a person. Okay, if that makes sense. Like, and I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm saying it in a sense of like, how you were or how you treated them 5, 10 years ago is exactly how you treat them today. Like, there's been never, any switch up in how you treated them. You've always treated them with respect as long as they shown you the same. Okay. With the grace card in reverse, okay, you could be somebody who may have a different way of dressing, okay, that maybe is not normal to what people perceive to be normal, at least what the magazines or the typical, tabloid says, right? You kind of have your own style, your own way of carrying yourself. Okay. Maybe you also are trying out this kind of rugged look, or a new style. You're not afraid to try new styles, and maybe not everyone likes those new styles. It doesn't matter, but that's what people remember about you is, you kind of had this own way of styling yourself, and people just had to get over it. Okay, so take that how it resonates. With the silence card in the reverse, I feel like you're a person that has to be silent. I feel like you're a person that has to be silenced, if that makes sense. Okay, maybe you're outspoken, right? You could be an outspoken person, okay, and people are always trying to silence you, or maybe you're a person that just calls out a lot of BS that you see, okay, and people try to silence you before you can leak out the truth of certain things. Take how this resonates. You could also just be an overall silent person, okay. Maybe you're a person who kind of keeps themselves, okay, doesn't, maybe you're just a person who only speaks when spoken to, or you just don't tell a lot about yourself. So take how that resonates for you. Strength card in the upright. That's pretty obvious. You're a strong individual. Okay. You haven't let anything that has happened in your life hold you down, right? You are a person who knows how to find that inner strength and keep going. You can see how bold she is, how strong she is in this card, right? Shoulders back, head up. With the twin flame and reverse card, I feel like a lot of people, what you're memorable for is a lot of people like you, or they tend to get the notion, that you're like the perfect ideal person, but they can't have you. Okay. Or the fact that, a lot of people see you as maybe their twin flame or just someone that they want to be in a relationship with, but it never happens. Okay. Let's grab you some advice cards. And that will be the end of your reading. We're going to get 4 here with the bottom of the deck energy. Do you have morals in reverse? Okay. Again, I kind of feel like this goes with that grace card. Okay. This would be Spirit Guide Universe saying maybe take a look at some of the things that you view as normal. Okay. And I say that because just because you might view something as normal doesn't mean that it is. Okay, you could have been raised a certain way. Maybe you have a certain habit and you perceive it to be normal, but then, everyone else thinks like, oh, there's something wrong with you, or maybe there's a reason why. And that could be talking on this twin flame too. Maybe you're having a hard time finding love or something. It could be based off some of the morals or things that you hold true to yourself that could actually be a wrong way of thinking. Okay. Take how that resonates for you. This is just Spirit Guide Universe just trying to tell you that, you know, either a way you're thinking, or maybe you're not, holding yourself to um, some type of morals or beliefs, right? Uh, this is just Spirit Guide Universe just telling you to get back on that. Okay. And we have the Listen Up Turd card, which fell out next, and the Upright. So again, they're telling you to take these messages to heart. Okay. Like they're trying to give you the what's up. Oh my goodness. They want to tell you everything that's going on. Let's see. Demand respect. Okay. You could be in situation. There's a lot of cards that came out here, so I'm gonna give them to you. Demand respect. Okay. I always say people are only going to treat you how you allow. Okay. If you allow them to treat you like crap, that's what they're going to treat you like. Calling me a liar in the reverse. Okay. So Spirit Guide Universe is saying, look, they're telling you these things, okay, so that you can, become a better person. If you don't like the way your life is headed, or maybe you're in, just in a down low kind of position right now, they're telling you, look, listen up. We're giving you the advice. Know thy enemy. Get to know what your challenges are. Okay, whether it's financial, whether it's a person, it could be anything. You know what your situation is. Get some knowledge on that, right? You can see him combing through the files. Know what you're going up against first, right? And then attack. Okay. Are you deaf? See, all these are about listening, listening and taking advice. Play no games in reverse. Okay. They're trying to tell you playtime is over. Okay. Playtime is over. Literally, listen up, turd. Are you deaf? Know thy enemy. Demand respect. It's laying out, what you should be doing here, or the direction you should be headed towards in your life, or at least, any personality changes that you might need. So take how these resonate for you. Okay. Bottom of the deck is act like a bee, get treated like one. Okay. So again, that goes with that demand respect card. If you allow people to treat you in such a manner, they will continue treating you in such a manner, until you stand up for yourself. Okay. That has been your reading. Again, this is Hollywood Oracle. I'm Antonio, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Bye. Hello, hello, group number 3. Your card was Embrace in the reverse. Okay. This is Hollywood Oracle. I'm Antonio. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. If you were just tuning in, thank you for coming. Today is what makes you memorable, in honor of the people who have fallen, given their life, so I could bring you these readings today. Okay, let's get into it. Group number 3. Let me know what you guys are doing this Memorial Day weekend, or just your weekend in general. If you're not from here, from the States, that's what we are celebrating here. So we have one extra day off of work than we would normally do. And the United States is a work country. That's all we do is work. Trust me. So any day, extra day off, I'll enjoy. All right. What makes you memorable? Group number 2. Deception in the upright. Listen card in the reverse. What is going on here? Peace card in the reverse. Home card in the upright. Passion card in the upright. Any more? No. I guess I'll take these. Let's see. Advice card in the reverse. Embrace card in the upright. Gifts in the upright. Death in the reverse. Creative in the reverse. Guidance in the upright. And courage in the upright. Bottom of the deck is admirer in reverse. Let's get into this. Group number 3. What the hell? What makes you memorable? Group number 3. So the embrace card in the reverse we have, but you also have it in the upright here. So I feel so far what I'm getting, you're a person who, what makes you memorable. Okay. I feel like, and there's things that you uh, don't embrace about yourself that are negative uh, attributes. Okay. And I feel like what makes you memorable is these things don't come off in when first meeting you, but we do have the embrace card in the upright later on. So overall, reading card for the reading is embrace in reverse. It could just meaning that you're a person who comes off to appear to be one way, and then people kind of learn your actual traits. Okay, take how this resonates for you. Deception card in the upright. People, what makes you memorable is people believe you're a person who works with deception, with lies, with, you know, you could be just a mysterious person as well. Take how that work resonates for you. But with the deception card in the upright, I feel like what makes you memorable is maybe people feel like they couldn't trust you, or you're always cooking up some type of plan, or maybe it's just that you weren't a person to let people know your next move. So people felt like you were, deceptive or mysterious. Okay, so take how that resonates for you. And that kind of goes along with the embrace part. There could be things that you work on, right, that you're not forthcoming about. Okay. With the listen card in the reverse, I feel like what makes you memorable is you weren't really one to, you know, I guess I want to say just listen to people. Like you weren't one to maybe take orders or demands. You were a person that kind of just did your own thing, right? Regardless of what the rules were. Okay. With the peace card in reverse, I feel like you're a person who, what makes you memorable is people remember you as always someone who disrupts the peace. Okay. Maybe, and take how that resonates with this being the reverse. That's not always a bad thing. That could be maybe you find yourself at a new work environment, and you realize the way people have been mistreated, and you disrupt that flow of how that place operates to bring peace. Okay, so take how that resonates for you. With the home card in the upright, what makes you memorable is you could have a nice home. Okay, you could have a nice decor inside your home. You could have a large home. I'm also feeling here that maybe you make people feel homey, like they feel comfortable around you. Okay, with the passion card in the upright, I feel like you could be a ladies' man, right? Or I'm not sure what the reverse term for a woman would be. Um, so take how that resonates, or all the other types of pronouns that are out there. I'm not sure. So we'll just say maybe you're a smooth tongue, right? You're a smooth talker, right? Silver tongue. Um, what people. What makes you memorable is maybe you just flirt a lot, right? You flirt with everyone. I've been accused of that as well, but I'm also not dating anyone, so I call me a flirt if you want to, right? Advice card in the reverse. I feel like again this goes off of the listen card. You're not a person who, again, I feel like people could maybe, and the advice they give you is maybe like a warning, like, oh, don't do this, otherwise this will happen, and blah blah. I feel like you're just that person who doesn't take that advice. Like you're like, oh yeah, that's what this person is going to do. Okay, well I'm going to do it anyways. Or if you feel this way about this, oh well, you don't take warnings or advices, or you're just kind of people remind people that you were just this person who just did whatever you wanted regardless of the advice or anything that they were given. Okay, with the embrace card, I feel like you started embracing that, or at least embracing who you were later on in life. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Again, embrace, you started embracing, people remember you as embracing your uh, maybe differences in morals or personalities or beliefs or whatever the case is, right? Maybe it's a body dysmorphia. That you're embracing that. Maybe you're a small person or little person. I apologize if I offend anyone. Or maybe you're the latest trans, what is, or the latest trend, and I said trans. So maybe you are trans. So, people, you're starting to embrace that about yourself, and that is what people are, remembering about you, right? Like you're a big, I don't want to say big, right? But maybe you're just a beautiful trans person, right? And you're embracing that about yourself. The gifts card, right? You're a person that gives gifts, okay? And that could be in any form. That could be bringing people lunch. That could be bringing people snacks. That could be bringing people anything. And maybe you just get the perfect gifts for Christmas, or the perfect gifts for people's birthdays, right? Maybe you pay attention to people and you get them things that they actually enjoy, okay? With the death card in the reverse, okay, I feel like what makes you memorable is maybe you're not so quick to put a def to things that people feel like you need to, right? Maybe you put in that extra effort or work to keep things going, okay? Or maybe, you're that person who's always putting in more to make sure things don't die, right? And that could be in any type of the term, right? So that could be a business, that could be a friendship, that could be whatever the case is. Your car, maybe you just don't let things die. If I had the money, I probably would still own my first car, which was a Mustang. I sunk so much money into that to keep it running, but it was an older Mustang, and rust took it over. Okay, just an example. Creative in the reverse. I feel I'm getting off of this card is maybe people feel like you're not very creative when it comes to making things, right? Maybe you want things made and you're just not the DIYer. There's nothing wrong with that. There's other people who are DIYers and there's professionals, right? But what people remember about you is, you weren't one to come up with either ideas really, or you're not one to come up with anything imaginative. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. I always say there's like three type of people in this world, right? There's doers, there's thinkers, and then there's people who do both. Okay, so figure out which one you are and play to your strengths. Guidance card in the upright. You're a person who always seeks out guidance. Okay, this could be guidance in any sense, right? Maybe it's financial advice, maybe it's personal advice, maybe it's just a way in life. But people remember you as always maybe kind of clinging to things that, helps you get through difficult things in your life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. With the courage card in the upright, people see you as always going towards things. And you see he's going to poke that spider there. Okay, with this finger, I definitely would not poke a spider or even have it on my hand. But people believe that you're a person who has that courage to do things that people wouldn't normally do. Okay, with the admire card in the reverse, people remember you as maybe not being very loving, or maybe just not really giving attention to people who, did admire you, right? So it could be fans, or it could just be people, around you or your inner circle that actually liked you, and people remember you as not really leading them on if you weren't admiring them as well. Okay. And let's get you some advice cards here from Major Pain. And again, Major Pain is just spirit, God, universe, whatever it is you believe in. Okay. Okay to feel. Okay. So spirit, God, universe is telling you it's okay to feel. Okay, maybe with this admirer card again, is maybe you just shut yourself off to the feeling of love, right? Or maybe you just, don't necessarily pursue relationships because you've been hurt in the past. This is spirit, God, universe just telling you it's okay to feel. It's okay to let people in. Okay, not everybody is out to ruin you. Get a effing hobby in the reverse. Maybe you're spending too much time doing your hobbies and not enough growing as a person, or just getting down to business. Okay, I know I've been guilty of that lately. I've been playing a lot more video games than I normally do, so I need to get back into the rhythm of that kind of routine. But I don't mind breaking up my routine. So are you deaf? And again, on that hobby, that could be maybe just you go out too much or party too much, or maybe you're just putting too much effort into something, right? Are you deaf? Right? So they're telling you to listen up, take the advice. Maybe again, if you have a hard time taking advice, right? Not all advice is bad advice. Okay, take it, see how it applies, or at least how you can use it, and use it. Okay. That guy went flying. How do you want to go? Going sideways, sideways usually means for your reverse. That's what I was going to say. Know thy enemy, okay, in the reverse. So maybe you kind of go head forward into things without actually knowing how to deal with them, okay? And this is spirit, God, universe just saying get to know, what it is you're going up against and then go up against it, okay? I don't know why I'm shuffling. It's usually just the bottom deck. So maybe I'm just supposed to pull you one more. And so I will. All right, you got two more, three more. You are protected. Okay, so Spirit Guide Universe is just letting you say, okay, it's okay to feel you're protected. Okay, we're going to look out for you. We're not going to allow any negative energies to pursue you or come towards you. Okay, but you should also have that inner guidance, right, that allows you to see red flags in other people. Show no mercy. Okay, so for those people who aren't treating you in the best of light or giving you all of themselves, and you're giving yourself, right, show no mercy, cut those people off, is what Spirit Guide Universe is saying. If people are mistreating you, then it's kind of hard to bring that relationship around to having them now treat you with respect. It can be done, but this is Spirit Guide Universe just saying, stand up for yourself, and not for everyone. Okay, you're not for everyone, and that's completely okay. In this show, in this movie, the reason why he's in jail on the phone is because he was doing a play, and it was a play of a man, um, I want to say robbing a woman, right? And he's like heavy army military person, right? And they were like, oh, okay, in this fake scenario, what would you do? And he starts beating the guy up, and that's how what lands him in jail. Okay, so you're not for everyone. Maybe what you believe in or what you do is not for everyone, and that's okay. Okay, not everyone is going to like you. Not everyone is going to think the same way as you. Okay, and with the bottom of the deck card is sensitive. Okay, this would be universe, spirit, God, universe, just telling you, you know, you might be a little sensitive. Okay, nothing wrong with being sensitive, but you got to tone it down. Okay, if you want to make waves in life or advances in life, you have to be open to criticism, right, to get you to where you're going. Okay, that has been your reading, group number 3. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming to watch the show. This is Hollywood Oracle. I'm Antonio, and I will see you on the next one.